So today I'm sharing work from the book called Opposite of Worry by Lawrence Cohen. And we have two topics, internalization and trust is not the same thing as serenity. First topic, internalization. How our parents speak to us is how we think to ourselves in our own head about who we are. For example, I'm shy, smart, beautiful, a burden, annoying. Indirect or direct information is absorbed. And our roots, which is safety, connection, and our wings, independence and adventure, make up who we are. So our roots is what makes us feel safe and connected, and our wings is what makes us feel independent and adventure. And we need both. We need roots and wings. So when we cultivate a compassionate mind, which is a confident inner voice, it combines both parents in a way, because the mother may be more nurturing, the father may be more about limits or safety. So being accepted, nurtured, and loved and cherished, but also to the ability to act powerful and make deep, meaningful, inspiring changes, versus the controlling, forceful dictator type of inner voice. When we laugh or replay events that were scary, but this time around could be escaped from or resolved, we use common language. It dissolves tension and brings comfort. Lightheartedness, really, in order to keep reaching out even if someone's anxious in anger or fear. Not just anxious, also could be anger or fear. Letting them know that they're valued, or just being present, sharing ideas on how to lower the stress level actually will help there to be a less serious mood and stop the tunnel vision. When we avoid challenges or spend hours going over details, it's a symptom actually of not being able to have that broader perspective. When we see someone there is not anxious, it's a cue for us to feel more secure. Or when we notice the difference between feeling unsafe and being unsafe. Externalization, so we talked about a little bit about internalization. Here, but externalization is a way to not identify with the uncreative or shameful problems. When we see, the stress, what it does to our body, or how shyness limits us, or when we call ourselves stressed or shy, that's how we show up. And then the second topic is trust and serenity. When we cannot fix something, there's a soothing, like a listening or a comfort. It's enough. It might be tempting to rescue another person from their suffering. It's not helpful to deny reality or support them to avoid the reality. Accepting risks involved with stepping out in the world is not demanding certainty from an uncertain world, because we can always increase our knowledge and about sensations, emotions, whether they're fear or frustration or upset. That knowledge is power. And when we evoke a feeling of nurturing, it'll calm the overload of the frenzy or the sadness, anger, or panic. And it's like, for example, some people just pat their own shoulder or pat a pillow, talk to their self or their friend, put cold water on their face or their hands, versus trying to worry others to worry with us. Because worry affects sleep and eating and digestion and rest and play and friendship and even our ability to take risks. Because anxiety affects the body, emotions, thoughts, behavior, relationships. It's what begins to live in us. As we reside in anxiety, anxiety resides in us. Our body, it's like tense. And medication might bring a short-term relief, but interferes with a deep, long-lasting change. They're highly addictive anti-anxiety medicine, and so we might feel, and side effects, and so we might feel for a moment relief, but actually it takes away our sense of mastery, our hope, our accomplishment. Versus a person's support can actually bring a person supporting us versus medicine can help bring us empathy, playfulness, sensitive challenges. Oops, my shirt. Oh, and this one. Okay, I was writing up. So think of our body. It's tense muscles, rapid heartbeat, a tight chest, constricted throat, butterflies in the stomach, rapid shallow breathing, clammy skin, cold hands. Thoughts, it's repetitive thoughts, scary images, obsessive thoughts, racing thoughts, what ifs, shoulds, shouldn'ts, if onlys, worry. In the emotion, it's alarm, apprehension, panic, dread, flooding, nervousness. In behavior, it's compulsions, nervous habits, avoidance, freezing or hiding. In relationships, it's all the above. In real life, all these categories can and do blend together, but we can unjumble them as needed, and focus one at a time using the acronym, which you may want to write down if you're interested. It's SIBAM, CBAM, or SIBAM, meaning sensation, image, behavior, affect with an A, and meaning. This is for connecting with the inner experience. And remember, curiosity gives us a chance to be active instead of passive. It's like the creator versus the victim. Curiosity is like, I wonder what could happen. It's even the opportunity to imagine things that could be good. So number 1 to this CBAM, sensation, 2 image, 3 behavior, 4 effect, and 5 meaning. When we take a playful approach to heal from fear and embrace the unknown, like what I mentioned with curiosity, we have to start with warmth, empathy, understanding. We have to learn about our own security system, which is what alerts us, the alarms, assessment, and the all clear. What the flame of the emotion is. It's a spark, flame, fuel, and then water could put it out. We balance, like what sparks our emotion, what's adding fuel to the fire, what keeps that flame going, and what's the water that puts out the too much fire. We have to balance patience and acceptance with sensitive challenge and a gentle push. We can do things daily that are fun and scary and safe. We can play. We can welcome every emotion by focusing on what is versus what if. We can help move from thoughts out into the body. We can do that by writing, breathing, drawing, relaxing, even wrestling. I remember there was someone I used to wrestle playfully with, a man, when I was much younger. I had a boyfriend at one time, and we used to wrestle together sometimes. Just playful, not at all in a romantic or sexual way, just for fun, like wrestling. Like a friend who was a boy. And it was very helpful for me healing. Then we have here, and I'm not saying I do that now. I right now practice, I'm observant of the rule, to keep the rules properly with Torah. The fence around family purity is not being intimate with someone who's not your husband. So although in the past year, I did explore what it felt like when someone was touching me. It felt good, like there was a man last summer, but I'm not saying anyone else should do that, and I'm also not saying, unless it's their husband or their wife. But there was other times before I became to this level where I'm at now, multiple times in the past, where I did engage with allowing or initiating or interacting with men in a physical touch way. So I just wanted to say I'm not telling anyone where to be at, but I'm of the opinion now that I don't really want to exchange touch with men who are not my husband, and since I'm not married, unless it's like an emergency, like someone's falling over, you could pick them up or help someone, or in special cases where it's like necessary, but not for casual or for pleasure or for that kind of intimacy. And does it get lonely sometimes? Certainly. Do I miss it sometimes? Certainly. So, it's something I'm working on. I'm living in. It's a journey. Number 8, be calm as if a second person who is not anxious instead of dismissing or endlessly reassuring. 9, promote tolerance of uncertainty, risk, and discomfort. For example, imagining you have a parent who's okay with the unknown, like, I wonder what's going to happen, I don't know, but they don't become anxious and controlling. This is like to face and feel versus avoid. When we avoid, we end up like being flooded, and we like white knuckle through it. We're not really present and breathing and transforming. And finally, addressing every aspect of life that is affected, whether it's body, thought, emotion, behavior, relationship, as mentioned earlier. And I'll stop here and wish you a blessed day. Bye.